Yo, what's going on, Fight fans?
Welcome
everybody back to the Ringside Beer Show, episode 20.
20. We got dubs on it now.
We got dubs on it, man.
We got double digits now, boy.
You know it. And what a perfect way. This is 2020, 20th episode with some giveaways. Xmas edition.
Special edition.
Oh. Jack Skellington, looking fresh.
Santa Claus over
here. Not so
left.
fresh. The freshest.
Dude, how'd you like that music right now?
I loved it, dude. It was cool, man. We were vibing before the show, vibing out to it, so I hope you guys liked it as well.
I know. We're back to the old school days. We don't have a, what do you call it, a producer right now?
Yeah, we don't got the third wheel right now, unfortunately. Shout out to Martin, had other plans.
Yeah.
Apparently a little too important to miss.
He was, what was he doing? Oh, it was
Christmas shopping. Hey, you know what? In order to please others, sometimes you have to take yourself aside, so... With all due respect, we understand, Martin.
Oh, yeah. What?
We miss you.
Miss you, bro. Martin! And he's gone. Oh, brother. Hopefully he's here next week, or maybe if he gets permission on the third week. I don't know.
You know, we'll find out. It's to be determined.
It's all play. It's all love, brother. All love.
We got to, bro. We know we got to.
We had to roast you a little bit, you know.
Man.
We had to. Just
Ringside Beer fam, you know.
Yes, here you go, man. Dude. Great weekend of fights leading up to Christmas. Friday, lit. Saturday, even more lit. Dude.
Yep. So the coolest thing was we didn't really have to pay too much money for these fights, which was a gift in itself. Yeah. And, well, at least for the DAZN part, you had to pay for it. Unfortunately, they still need a little money. But with that being said, you know, Dana White hooked us up with a free fight night. And, man, you know, this was just a good weekend of fights. What a great way to enter the holidays.
Yeah, it was awesome. Friday, we had the Triple G fight. And then Saturday, Canelo, awesome.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I got jokes for days on that fight, but
yeah, we're gonna get to them. Save them, please.
We'll save them.
Keep them in the chamber. Keep it locked.
Yeah. Well, first off, we want to remind everyone that we have an art giveaway. We have two, actually.
Two. Yeah, guys. So the most important one, though, we cannot steer away from is the Conor McGregor notorious one of a kind. By your boy Alex Murillo here. This is how you enter. So you go to the Ringside Beer Show on YouTube, you subscribe, you turn on the notifications, and then you comment Notorious in any of the videos there. We're going to go ahead and find it. And we're going to announce the winner on January 26, 2021. Also, this is the Dustin Poirier is going to be a second place one. So we're going to do two pools. And then the second place is going to get the Dustin Poirier. Same way to enter. You just subscribe, turn on your notifications, and comment Notorious down there, and you're automatically entered.
Yeah, man. And excited to give these away. I'm excited to see who's going to get them. We're getting more participants, so the more the merrier, man. The more
Absolutely.
the merrier.
Yeah, no, guys. Like, tell your mama, tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell your neighbor.
Everybody.
Post it on social media.
Everybody.
We're excited to see the return, the interest that this painting brings. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of traction, so that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Well, let's first go into current events. What do we got?
The first current event is Dana White on Israel Adesanya and John Jones. So, looks like here he says in quotations, if I could make one fight in 2021, it's that.
Jones versus Adesanya.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I like it, man. I really hope they just go with it because I feel like they're playing with fire if they don't make it right away. Because John could lose to Ngannou, he could lose to Stipe. It just takes one punch, man. It just takes one punch. Now, granted, he's not. I don't think he will lose, but you never know in the sport of combat sports. You know, it's like
absolutely. Well, this is my outlook. Maybe I'm just 100% biased on whatever.
Oh,
John
you
Jones
are
does, right? I mean, that's always a possibility. But with that being said, you know, I don't think that even if John Jones loses at a heavyweight fight, the mystique, I think it still doesn't go away because the fight happens at light heavyweight. John Jones is still the GOAT at light heavyweight. This is him going up to heavyweight is just another notch in the belt, right, of the legacy. But as for say him staying back at light heavyweight and fighting Adesanya and destroying him, that would be. There's no way you can. I mean, even if he loses, that fight is still meant to happen.
No, it definitely is, but I feel like just get it done, get it out the way. Give it to us in 2021, man. We've been waiting. Us fight fans deserve this, man.
My boy. Well, we're going to refer back to the previous episode. Just a little foreplay. I mean, just give me a little John Jones and Stipe
We've been already going at it, though.
A little Jones versus somebody a little heavier. You know what I'm saying? Just a little foreplay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Been a little action in the backseat already.
Yeah, there is, man. I mean, they're already talking about
There's bases to this thing. You know what I'm saying? There's just bases, bro. Some people steal them. Good luck trying to, you know. Only the most successful steal bases.
Man, I think they're playing with fire. Just get it out the way. Maybe if they can have fans back in Las Vegas, go for it. If not, have it in Texas, because you know Texas is popping. Florida for sure popping.
Right.
So I would say choose one of those 2 states.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And it looks like here the UFC actually wants something which they have in mind. So the UFC wants Stipe Miocic to defend the heavyweight title against Francis Ngannou in March. The title fight isn't a done deal just yet, but that's definitely what the promotion wants, I'm told. In a perfect world, the UFC would like for the winner of that fight to defend the belt against Jones in the summer, sources said to Ariel Helwani. Okay, I understand why the promotion wants that. I do like the fact that they are trying to stick to keeping the division true, which is Stipe versus Ngannou. Ngannou's earned that chance. Yeah. He has a lot of potential and a lot of hype behind him. And this is a rematch that, Ngannou has earned. But we're talking about John mother-loving Jones. Takes precedent over Ngannou. Damn near takes precedence over Stipe because he's the greatest heavyweight.
No.
He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. But I ain't never seen him defend the belt as many times as John Jones has.
Dude, Ngannou's deserves. He earned that fight, man. He earned
that fight. But this is the UFC, and they could do whatever they want.
Dude, can you imagine if Ngannou wins? Because let's say Ngannou, when him and Stipe fought the first time, Ngannou had no wrestling, defense, nothing. It was pretty much take him to the ground, beat him up on the ground. That was it.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much how the fight went. So,
do you think the UFC is upset at Stipe because he didn't necessarily do DC right and beat him up a couple times, and so now they're upset that DC didn't go out on that high note? And obviously he's an ESPN protege, right, and a UFC legend and such. Do you think they're upset with him? So they're like, you know what, we're gonna give you the freaking scariest guy in that division one more time, add a better version of himself now since you beat up DC.
No, I don't think that. No, regardless, they've been talking about who was going to be next in line.
Instead of him fighting like John Jones, where it would be a little more financially beneficial. That's what I'm looking at it like. Okay, we're not going to necessarily reward you with the John Jones fight because of what you did to DC. In turn, we're going to make you fight the scariest dude.
If anything, if I'm Stipe, if I'm placing myself in his shoes, I'm saying, hey, I've already fought Ngannou, already beat him up, I already have the blueprint to beat him. Why not cash in on that easy payday, I guess you would say? Not so easy, I'm just saying, but I'm just like, I already beat him once. Why? Let me go beat him up again the same way.
He's that confident if he can do it.
And then maybe go after the John Jones fight afterwards, which is going to be a bigger payday.
Yeah, to me, it's just that John Jones fight ain't always there, right? So, I don't know. I'm torn.
You think you take it right away? You think he should take Jones over Ngannou?
Yes, but I also wouldn't be too mad if John Jones took a fight at heavyweight, just something, get him active. But if he's not fighting Ngannou, he needs to fight Stipe. John Jones.
Dude, you still have Adesanya. Go
at heavyweight, at heavyweight.
So you think they should meet up at light heavyweight for the Adesanya fight?
Absolutely, because John Jones is the GOAT at that weight.
Then just go to light heavyweight and make that fight.
I agree too, but the thing is, John Jones, he's already got other plans. He's already bulking up. You think he, bro? He's like literally doing like power training. You think he really wants to go back down to 205 right now? He wants to go up there, win that belt. And then he'll come fight on Adesanya.
Well, Adesanya said he would be willing to go up, didn't he?
He said he'd be willing to go up to heavyweight, but I don't think that's necessarily beneficial for him.
Dude, the speed still. I mean, he would have more power. And then it's mainly, at that point, when you guys are at that level, it's all about skills, not really.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to bring John Jones back down to 205? Maybe he would be a little more depleted now that he's gotten up to that weight again.
Well, maybe if I would, Adesanya, be like, maybe he's putting on more weight that he has not fought in. I'm going to catch him early, because that's more weight that he has to carry.
There's so much potential for either. That's the unfortunate thing about it. Oh my gosh, this is where I miss Martine, bro. This is where we need you.
Oh, the left off.
This is where we need you.
We're throwing it old school with just me and you, man.
It's okay. I mean, we get it done. We just had, when you have the luxury of having that third party.
All right, we're going to go into some boxing current events. This is Gennady Golovkin on Oscar De La Hoya.
This is a serious subject. Right?
Now, he says, I know Oscar. You know how dirty his mouth is. Everything involving Gennady Golovkin for him is a nightmare. He can say whatever. But let me put it this way. If I got an opportunity to legally kill a person in the ring, I might seize it.
God damn, bro.
And that's Triple G to De La Hoya, man. Dude, like, what is De La Hoya doing in behind the scenes that's pissing off all the top level boxers? Like, for real.
Well, I mean, there's
like
probably
top
a couple different things that he's doing. One, he's probably screwing them over, right? He's probably giving them the treatment where he's getting them excited, trying to get all these fights lined up, not making them go through. Or he's probably just being extremely disrespectful. Who knows, man? But to put in quotations, if I got an opportunity to legally kill a person in the ring, I might seize it. Dude. Jesus Christ, bro. That is somewhat okay. We don't talk about just committing murder like that.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, this is not a TV show or something like this. This is like real life where he's saying, if you give me the opportunity to kill this guy, I'm going to take it. Jesus Christ.
And Triple G is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, bro. If Triple G saying this about you, I'm like, I've never heard him say this about any of his opponents. Never did trash talk against any of his opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. This is way out of left field, but I mean, there's got to be something behind that. But with that seriousness being acknowledged, right? I love it. I love this shit. Say it again, bro. Say it again. Because if we're being honest, you sign your life away on those contracts. De La Hoya wants to come back and fight. Please sign your life away on that contract.
Dude, you know what?
Get paid, right? Get your Coke money. Let's go. Let's go. Get paid, my boy. Get in that ring.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what De La Hoya is doing to these fighters for them to be so pissed off behind the scenes. So,
you know what he's doing? He's taking all their money, probably.
Probably, man.
Probably crappy contracts.
Probably. Or he's not, I mean,
not honoring them.
Canelo left because of the contracts. He wasn't getting paid from the Golden Boy Promotions. So that's why he left, right?
That is why he left. Well, why they were able to split the contract and go both ways, you know. I don't know, man. This is crazy.
It is, but all right, man. Well, that was out of left field, and I felt like that had to be in current events because I've never heard Triple G say anything bad about nobody.
No, and I think it may have flown just a little bit under the radar. So we would like to bring a little light to how Triple G is talking now. You're just talking about killing fools.
Yeah, and only De La Hoya.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, starts there, huh,
dude? So all right. We have the biggest current event here that happened. When was this? Like last weekend, right before the fights.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
So Jake Paul rolled up, essentially drive-by with water balloons on a set of the Below the Belt
with Brendan Schaub and Dylan Dennis.
And this is Jake Paul. I think his buddy was recording this, so hit it for the viewers, man.
Let's go.
Hey, look, it's Conor McGregor's fish right there. Pussy, piece of shit, pussy. Dip. Pussy!
Dip.
Fuck you, bitch!
Dip.
You're a bitch!
Oh my gosh. So
that's hilarious.
That was the biggest news. Jake Paul rolled up on Dylan Dennis, and for those of you who don't know, Dylan Dennis trains with Conor McGregor. I believe he's the jiu-jitsu trainer.
We could even go a little further as well. He's actually a Bellator fighter. He's 2-0 in Bellator, and he's actually kind of good, and he's known for his submissions. Yeah, he's Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. You know.
Did you hear what Brendan Schaub had to say about after Dylan Dennis, how he was like super high-strung, he was just kind of like antsy? He's like, dude, I know where Jake Paul lives. One of my boys went to his party. I'm about to roll up on him. And I'm like, oh, if you're about to have a real fighter's roll to your house for pulling this stuff, I see Jake's Paul's side of it.
How can you get mad at that, right? How can you get mad at...
Dude, someone threw toilet paper at your face that's wet.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
And Jake Paul put that photo as his avatar, I guess, on Instagram.
I think it's just good advertisement for the both of them.
Dude, and he's trolling. He's following Dylan Dennis' girlfriend and Conor McGregor's wife. Those are the only two people he follows, and he has millions and millions of followers. Like...
This guy's he's becoming a marketing genius.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
He knows how to promote. He knows how to go viral.
Yeah, exactly. He knows how to use the system in his favor, you know, and he's already established enough precedents to kind of build this hype. And perfect move, dude. Like, that was a great idea. I don't know if you hit up Brendan Schaub to, like, know where you guys were going to be at. That's just a little too sus.
Well, Logan Paul was the guest right before Dylan Dennis.
He was. You're right. Right.
So I'm pretty sure Logan Paul got some info from Brendan Schaub. I don't think Brendan Schaub had anything to do with it, but it's just like, oh, hey.
I think he 100% has something to do with it,
like,
bro.
who's your next guest or something? You know, he probably slipped.
Beneficial for his show. We're over here talking about it too. Below the Belt.
Below the Belt.
Go check it out,
Showtime.
man.
Yep.
Yeah, Showtime.
Also, Jake Paul on TMZ said, I messaged Conor McGregor. I know that he saw it. He opened up my message. And my offer to Conor McGregor is $50 million.
Yeah,
and
he showed proof of funds.
Proof of funds. So he has $50 million for Conor if he wants to take it right off the bat.
My only issue is that he said that this was the most money that Conor's ever been offered, which is not true.
No, because he made close to 100 with Floyd. But other than the Floyd fight, I mean, let's be real. If you fight Floyd, that's the most money you're ever going to get. That's the peak. It's
peak.
All downhill after that.
You don't make more money than that.
Yeah, so
there's just no way.
To fight a YouTuber for $50 million on top of pay-per-view, top of sponsorships, on top of everything.
You have to consider, especially after, the things
especially
you say about your wife and...
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You also have to represent the sport at a certain point and not allow, trolls to troll.
So this is what Jake Paul said. He's like, oh, they're saying like, oh, I'm disrespecting the sport because I'm talking about his wife. And I'm like, what about Conor McGregor when he was talking about Khabib's wife? He was saying that
they're both fighters, though.
Well, Jake Paul,
I guess we can consider him a fighter, but he's a boxer. He's not a mixed martial artist fighter. Like, if we're being honest, if you want to start bringing in wives and such, you better be willing to go on the ground. You better be willing to, have some takedown defense. You better be willing to play dirty. Mike Tyson bite your ear off, my boy. I'm just saying, like, you start bringing in wives into the convo, you better be willing and able to fight the full fight.
You know what's crazy?
Just standing up.
This would be an easy payday for Conor.
Of course it is. And the thing is,
50 mil?
I was a little upset at these guys at first. Like, I don't like how, we're participating in the popularity of this guy. We're obviously helping, right? You, everybody, we're all doing it. We're all a victim of it as well. But if we're taking a step back and looking at it, this is just good for the sport. More eyes, more money flowing to it. If you really want to get frustrated like Dana White here,
go ahead.
We could resolve this issue with one simple matter. Dana White had the perfect idea. I'm thinking of letting Amanda Nunes knock his ass out. And then she even responded with, I'm in.
Dude, that would be... I mean, I'm not even like... Bro. That would be a competitive fight. Not even BSing, guys. Like,
yeah, I know.
Amanda Nunes versus Jake Paul would be actually a real competitive fight.
It would. And I would be really concerned... honestly, for either one of these fighters going into that fight. It will
never happen. Just straight up. It would never happen.
No, it wouldn't. And I think it would make everybody extremely uncomfortable because they're both two, scary people that you don't want to see in the ring.
Jake Paul's...
Well, if it comes down to it, he's better than the average guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to take an average Joe Blow off the street. He's not going to want to see Jake Paul in the ring.
Yeah, he's better than the average person because he's trains boxing,
Look
right?
At Nate Robinson.
But if you put someone else that actually trained their entire life, like Amanda Nunes, dude, she will piece the fuck out of him.
No, she will. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fight and everybody has a puncher's chance, right? And, there's just so many factors that come into play. It's a scary fight. Nobody wants to see that happen. But... In a theoretical world or a world that we don't live in, world that we don't live in, run it.
Run it, but it ain't going to happen. But it's nice to hear that Dana White's saying, like, nah, I'm going to let Amanda Nunes handle my lightweight.
No, that was perfect. That was a perfect response for Dana White, and the company is like, you know what? I'm about to let this guy knock you out. This woman, knock you out. Yeah. And let's see how you act then,
Yeah, man.
But it'll never happen.
It will never happen. But you know what will happen?
Some Ringside Beer?
Some Ringside Beer. That's what will happen.
That's definitely what's going to happen, guys. Let's give a shout-out to our sponsors.
Let's go, man.
Ringside Beer, since 2012, committed to bringing fight fans quality lagers and ales. Ringside Beer is proud to offer fresh beer in both 16-ounce cans and on draft. Look for our flagship American-style lager, Irish-style red ale, or any of our other beers in your area. Shop at ringsidebeerstore.com for T-shirts, hats, and tap handles. Get in touch at ringsidebeer.com. Get in the ring. Be ringside. Ringside Beer.
Ringside Beer. And if you guys haven't checked out the Ringside Beer's Instagram, they got a few locations more in Florida. So now you can go get some beer at a sports bar or restaurant.
Yeah, guys.
So check those out on
go
Ringside
get a
Beer.
taste. Yeah. Shout us out. post it on Instagram, Snapchat. We'll find you. We're excited to now see, the feedback. It's out there. It's for you guys to get.
Yep.
So let's run it.
And that's for the Irish style red ale. That one's in
Delish.
Florida to grab, and you guys can enjoy,
Delish.
Let's go into some fight recaps. Start with Triple G versus Szeremeta.
Man, did you get a chance to watch it?
Oh, I guaranteed. I saw it from the beginning, dude. I saw
a couple times.
I saw the whole event, man. It was hard to watch, to be honest. It was a super one-sided butt whooping by Triple G.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We do enjoy seeing butt whoopings and one-sided fights sometimes. But this one here was tough to just watch on behalf of Szeremeta. Like, how much more, how many more drop downs can you get?
Well, he's never lost a fight. So in his mind, he's like, I'm never going to give up. But his corner... Shoot, I forgot what round was it, 7th round, where they kind of threw in the towel. We're like, nah, we don't want no more. Our boy took enough. Yep. Triple G dropped him 3 times.
They were talking about it in the 4th that that should be a possibility, and then just continues.
Did you hear Triple G's corner? He was saying like, "Hey man, I'm ready to go home. So when you're ready, I'm ready." So his corner did the level. He's like, "Bro, whenever you're ready to knock him out, we're ready to go home." So. That's exactly what's in on this corner.
Man, that's how you know you got some cojones, man. When you're like, you know what, dude? We're all right. We've had enough. Just knock him out already.
Yeah, it was like, damn. But it was like, dude, he knocked him down 3 times. Yeah. It was just a matter of time. He didn't need that much more punishment. I'm kind of glad they stopped it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first knockdown I had seen when I was so me and my fiance were in Michael's Arts and Crafts, and we were walking up and down the aisle, and I had it playing on my phone, and on the first knockdown with that left hook. Boom, sat him down, and you just hear my echo of, oh, through the whole, sorry guys, through the whole store. Everybody looked at me like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, sorry guys, I'm watching a fight.
Dude, I've done the same thing. Me and my wife were in Walmart, and it was Joshua versus Reese, the first fight. And we were in line, and I'm screaming. I'm like, oh my God. And everyone's just like freaking around watching you. I'm like, you know how I get during the fights. I'm just screaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, he dropped him. He dropped it. But I'm like, and everyone's like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, the Joshua's getting fucked up right now. Shit.
You're like, you want to watch, bro?
Yeah, seriously, I'm making friends at line at Walmart. Just like,
because Walmart's lines take too long. So, you have to befriend the guy before you and the guy after you.
Oh my God, man. But yeah, man, I've been there, dude. I mean, when we're fight fans, you got to watch the fights wherever
There's
you're
really
at.
no shame. Like, I honestly started laughing. Like, I didn't really feel bad at all. It was just more like, oh, I forgot where I was at. Because honestly, I'm like, I don't care what people think. I'm not missing this fight.
Yeah, no, seriously, man.
I'm not missing this
fight.
fight.
I want to enjoy it while it's live, because if the second's over, if something happens, you're going to hear about it. It's not the same effect you get.
Right. And I'm not trying to hear about it like, hey, did you watch the fight? Nah, man, I didn't.
No.
Nah, bro. We have obligations. Man, let's look at Gennady Golovkin's actual title defenses. So
Dude,
21 middleweight world title defenses.
Yes.
Jesus.
Record 41 wins, 1 loss, which was to Canelo, which I thought was BS. And then 1 draw to Canelo.
Which was BS.
Yeah. So 36
36 knockouts, man. That's insane.
Ah, man. All right. Here's the $1 million question that everyone's been asking. Do you want to see the fight between him and Canelo?
Well, after the way Canelo looked versus Smith this weekend, I do. And let's talk about Smith versus Canelo first, and then we'll get into Triple G versus Canelo, because it does play right into it. So the fight this weekend, Canelo versus Smith, on the 19th in San Antonio, Texas, had a crap ton of fans. And I don't know about you, my boy, but my neck was itching. I wish I was there.
Oh, bro, I wish I was there. It looked like it was popping. The music was great.
Everybody was enjoying themselves.
Did you see when Canelo was coming out of the stage and it said Canelo with fire? I was like,
lit.
Oh,
that is lit. It's a show, and like, I was just so glad to see it. All right, so now let's talk about the fight. The hype going into it, Canelo 5'8",
Colin Smith
6'3",
yes,
7-inch difference. At 168 pounds, this was for Canelo to unify the belt at this weight, the WBC, WBA, and man, what a performance he put on. It was a butt whooping as well, dude.
Now, tell me, all right, me and you talked about it before the fight even started. Colin Smith looked massive. And I thought, dude, Canelo might have a hard time with this fight.
Yes.
And considering Colin Smith was, I believe, holds the highest record of punches thrown in a fight, which is like over 800 thrown.
That's insane. I did not know that stat.
Yeah, so they mentioned it on the fight, and he had that was one of his records that he broke, and I was just like, oh snap, like Canelo might be having a hard night tonight. I had a feeling he's not going to knock him out. He could have,
right? And
tell me what, dude, Colin Smith's corner put so much Vaseline. I'm like, damn, that reminds me of one of my ex-girlfriends. Oh,
I love it.
But dude, did you see how much Vaseline they put on this dude?
Yeah, it was a bath.
Like,
they
dude,
bathed him in Vaseline.
I was like, come on,
they
man.
They wanted those punches to roll off because, I mean, I don't know if you've seen what happened to Colin Smith's arm, but he was getting welts, bro.
Dude.
He was getting welts. So the thing is, the first couple rounds, there was a lot of like, okay, we don't know how well that reach is going to be. Is he going to establish an effective jab to keep Canelo at a distance? Is he going to be able to keep up with the, closing of the distance? Is he strong enough to fight Canelo? And the crazy thing was, all those questions were answered in like the 4th or 5th round. You can just see he slowly just started breaking down.
Oh,
man.
He broke him down easy.
Like,
and what's crazy, because you can see both of them going to each corner. Colin Smith is just covering Vaseline. Canelo, they just dry him up. Be like, all right, cool.
Because he wasn't getting hit.
Dude, he was landing bombs. And considering it, I thought straight up Colin Smith was going to be more on the outside, land his shots, move away. And I was like, okay, that's when my mind was like, oh, that's probably going to give Canelo the hardest time is his, distance.
Right.
And, his footwork. But Canelo was able to get into the pocket and land freaking bombs, man.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. I was like, oh, he might knock him out. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, I wanted the knockout as well. Didn't happen, but the end result was still the same. He ended up winning, and we were excited to see that because it led to the next question. Triple G versus Canelo.
Yeah.
The reporter at the end asked Canelo, do you want to fight Triple G? He just won last night in dominating fashion. And Canelo had a witty response. It was just like, I just want to fight who's the best. And whoever is the best is who I'm gonna fight.
Well, Triple G is the best, man.
And he didn't want to say it. So at the end of the day, us fight fans, we know what the deal is. Make that fight.
Yeah, and then it's funny because they kept on asking the two commentators in between the rounds. You know how they were cleaning the ring, the boxing ring, and they kept on asking the male and the female that were talking about the fight. Like, oh, are you interested in seeing that fight? And the male was like, nah, I don't want to see it. And I'm like, dude, that's just you, man. Because I feel like
everyone... take a step back and let's talk about that. The commentator, my boy, is a fighter, and he should probably stick to that because that was the worst commentating job of all time,
dude.
All time,
bro. Dude, is it me? Boxing commentators always like. I feel like they're dissing the actual fight while they're fighting. Like they're not actually like commenting on the fight. Like I feel like UFC actually commentates like, hey, this is what's going on. He's going to try and transition to this.
They're belittling the fighters.
Right? Is it me? Like
no, it's 100% is what they do. Because they got, now it's different because, you still got these active fighters and, of course they want to put themselves higher than others. But it was almost like distasteful how this guy was. And at the end of the day, it's like, brother, you're at a Canelo fight, man. You would never beat none of these guys.
Well, not even on the Canelo fight, the Triple G fight too, because they were the third fight before the Canelo fight. It was jam packed with action. Second fight to that, they were like, oh man, this is a snooze fest. Like, if you guys want to check out a real good fight, check out the one before this. And I'm like, damn, you guys are ripping on these two. These guys are just trying to figure each other out.
It's
and I'm
not necessarily appropriate, that's for sure. But I mean, at the end of the day. I wasn't too mad with the Triple G commentating as much as I was with the Canelo.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't want to see that guy commentate ever again. Even my fiance was like, this guy sucks.
Like, just straight up.
This guy sucks.
Anywho, congratulations to both boxers, Canelo and Triple G. I hope 2021, dude, 2021, if they make that fight on top of all the crazy good fights that potentially could happen in 2021.
I want to see that fight more than I want to see Adesanya versus Jones.
Dude, I'm going to be broke in 2021 for sure from all these good fights.
Well, hopefully not, bro. Hopefully we have a plenty of jobs that get offered. Hopefully we are, blessed with the opportunity to stack the wallet and stack the bank account and set up the children's college funds.
Dude, it's only up from here.
That's how we're gonna speak this into existence.
If it goes any lower than 2021, I don't even want to see it, bro. I'm just like,
all right.
There's no way we can get lower than 2020, man.
Tapping out.
Let's It's all up here from here. All right, guys.
I agree with that. Plus, we like to speak things into existence.
Yeah, man. All right. So the next event we had the UFC Vegas 17 Thompson versus Neal for the welterweight bout.
Yes.
First off, let's go for the co-main event. Jose Aldo versus Chito Vera. Yes, we did make a bet. I went for Chito Vera. You went for Jose Aldo. And I did pay you the $5 already, so we don't have to do no money transactions over here.
We won't have to show proof. I mean,
I'm telling you, this was a Christmas miracle, bro. You freaking picking the fight and winning.
I had to end the year strong, and I had to do it on a big fish. And you know what? I just had a feeling, man. I just had a feeling from the jump.
You called it, man.
Something
you called
about
it.
Jose Aldo. Like, this is not the year that he's going to just tap out. He's competitive at that weight. And the thing is, if we're being honest here,
okay,
Chito Vera might not have been what we thought he was.
Oh, now I know you're talking out of your butt.
Sugar Sean, run that back.
Hold on, Chito Vera. I watched the fight. You know, I didn't watch it with you, but I watched the fight, and Chito Vera, I felt like he won the second round.
Yes.
And Jose Aldo won the first round. It could have gone split either way, but
close.
I gave it to Jose Aldo.
Yes.
And the third round was just Jose Aldo. Chito Vera made a mistake. Jose Aldo hopped on his back and just controlled his back the whole entire time.
Yep. Dub's a dub.
Yes, a dub is a dub, but it's not like he got his butt whooped or knocked out or nothing.
Dub. I'm just saying, bro.
The leg kicks, though, that Jose Aldo was landing on Chito Vera, dude. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be hurting for
that. That was the key difference. You could see Jose Aldo was picking apart at that leg. He was trying to take down that foundation that makes Chito so strong, right? So I loved what Jose Aldo did, although it wasn't a beat down, right?
Oh no, it was not no beat down.
A win's a win, dude.
Because Chito Vera in the second round was coming for him. I'm like, yo. You
you
got nervous on the second round. Come on.
I did. No. The first round, I was like, oh, my boy Jose Aldo's looking good, right?
Yeah, it was
like,
close.
Still early.
Yeah.
Still, he's looking good. Second round, I'm like, ooh, this is really competitive now. All right, cool. I'm excited. Then the third round, I was like, where is my money? FaceTime you know. Hey, what's up, boy?
Oh, man. But yeah, man, I mean, congratulations to Jose Aldo.
Yeah, man.
But, man, I kind of wish he would have knocked out Chito Vera if he was going to win devastating fashion, because now he's calling out after his post fight. He says he wants TJ Dillashaw,
which would be a step down.
Do you think it's a step down?
Bruh. Let's get started on TJ Dillashaw for the 20th time. My boy needs to start from the bottom and earn his way back up. Let's see what you could do without roids. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you could do without the performance-enhancing drugs.
Well, according to Ariel Helwani, his suspension will be up next month.
What a perfect time to take somebody that's not ranked.
Dang.
He doesn't deserve anything more than just minimum. Earn your
Jose
way,
Aldo
bro.
wants it. TJ Dillashaw says, hey, I hear people calling out my name. He's down.
That's because they all know that he's a shell of what he used to be. Calling it now.
Dang, Santa's mean this time, bro.
Hey, that boy is snake. He on the naughty list, boy. Over here giving himself shots in the butt. He's on the naughty list.
Dude. Man, but no, that was a great fight. That Chito Vera, I wish it would have, the third round, they would have stand up and they probably would have gone at it, throwing some hands. But Jose Aldo got it from just holding on to the back.
That's what we do when we, when you can't knock them out.
We'll make some other bets. I'm gonna get those $5 back,
you can't
bro.
knock them out, boy. You just grab them and choke.
All right, man. Well, we'll go into the main event, and Thompson won.
Yes.
But all right, this is my opinion about it. I felt like I saw the most polite, the most gentlemanest fight I've ever seen in my life. It's like Neal's mouthpiece fell out. Thompson was like, all right, cool. Grab your mouthpiece. I won't hit you. Boom. Thompson slips. Neal doesn't go after him.
Yep.
They kind of hugs it out, touch hands like every couple minutes. I'm like,
that head bump.
The head bump, the little nods. I'm like, this is a nice fight. It almost felt like a hard spar with like, oh, hey, man, are you good? I'm good. All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to hurt each other going into that fight.
Which is crazy because they got both slashed on the head. They were both going at it, but it was
that accidental headbutt.
Yeah.
This was a tough one because we love Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and we know he's been gifted the nicest mother lover belt. by Ariel Helwani.
Yeah.
Because he is really the nicest dude on the planet. But with that being said, this is a sport of blood, violence, aggression, and hatred sometimes. And you kind of need that to get that edge over not wanting to hurt somebody, right? Because at the end of the day, like, you kind of have to hurt somebody to win. And it was cool. Like, I was excited to see Stephen Wonderboy win, but it wasn't how I wanted to see. I wanted to see that nasty head kick.
Yeah.
I was just looking for it.
He was going for it. It was weird watching that fight compared to, any other fight where they're just trying to go at it and kill each other. But it was this one was just very, like, polite. If that's the best way I can describe it.
It's a perfect word. It's a perfect word to
very
use.
Polite.
Very polite, very respectful.
Very respectful. And I did not know Neal's history about his, heart surgery he was having about 3 months ago?
I did not know that as well.
Dude, he was having heart complications, and this was more of a test for him. When he was coming back to the fight, he's like, hey, I want to know if I still have it in me after the surgery with all these complications. So this was his post-fight comments, I guess we would say, on Instagram. Go ahead and take it away, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want me to read that? It's a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one.
I want to take the time to thank all my supporters and friends. I haven't replied to everyone, but just know I love y'all. Not the outcome I wanted, but I had fun nonetheless. So much adversity leading up to this fight. Sepsis, congestive heart failure. 3 of my corners testing positive for COVID, with one of them being the general Seyfield. I messed that one up. But I will still make that walk, and I fought that fight. Couldn't see out of my right eye for 4 rounds and still managed to hang in there with a guy who's been kicking ass since I was 9 years old. LOL. I don't know about y'all, but I'm proud of me. Shout out to my teammates and coaches who did everything to get me ready for this moment. And big shout out to Wonderboy MMA, true definition of a martial artist. Never stop being you, my man. And tell your pops oh my goodness. I said thank you for the water. Sorry, guys. The screen was just a little too large.
Yeah, they were both very, very polite. I can't hate on it,
I like it. I like it.
It was super respectful, kind of like martial arts should be, but,
I just like a little more aggression. That's all.
You know what? I feel like we got that. It's Christmas time. Everyone's being nice. Let's all be nice then.
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to have to take Christmas pictures with a big old black eye.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Pettis had a post after. He's like, Christmas pictures ain't going to look the same this year. With his head all lumpy.
Well, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, after his win, says, I want to see the NMF versus the BMF. Baby, let's make that happen. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus George Masvidal 2. This was kind of a weird shadow concerning he already beat him.
Yeah, but they're both at 2 different places in their career, and Wonderboy needs a big name to get back into that little title contention. And I understand why he would call him out, because he probably thinks he has the key to beat Masvidal.
Well, he did beat him
again.
Yeah. I just feel like, well, maybe he's thinking like I need to steal some steam because this is a guy I beat. He catapulted over me. Now he's a bigger star than me, so I want to take some of that heat. And I already know I could beat him. It's a
potential fight, but it's not the right fight. It's not the right fight.
No.
Masvidal has too much unfinished business there at the top with Usman, with Covington, and
then from what I hear from the UFC, they're trying to target January?
Diaz's.
The January, February with Masvidal versus Trump's boy. Yeah, Covington, yeah.
Trump's boy. Covington.
Covington, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a potential fight in February that they're working on, and I would love to see that. Nothing set in stone. I think that is perfect for the division. It's something that doesn't mess up the order at all. Run it.
Yeah, let's run that one because everyone's been waiting. If you've been following the sport of MMA, they had beef for the longest time.
Yeah, they used to be homies. Then they became foes. Then they became some Twitter finger instigators. And
Masvidal ain't playing. He's like, if I catch him on the street, I'm gonna run up on him. So,
and I'm pretty sure he will.
Oh, he definitely will.
My boyfriend La Calle.
Yeah, because what do you call it? Not Usman. Covington. He hasn't been back to was it ATT or AT?
ATT.
ATT. So they used to train in the same gym. Now they don't.
That boy Covington's nowhere to be found. To be honest.
Nah, man. He's paying girls to hang out with them pretty much.
Oh, yep. That boy.
He's like,
that
hey,
sucks.
I'm a pimp. No, not really, bro.
Well, technically, you paying them just to hang out. So I don't think that's really pimping.
Nah, bro.
But speaking about fights in February, looks like Dana White here is targeting the fight for Volkanovski versus Ortega.
Ryan Ortega. And these are in fight announcements, guys, right now.
Yes.
Not official dates, but they're looking to make this happen in February.
I'm 2 for 2 with still in the freaking light, bro.
I know, bro.
Man, I'm sorry.
No, it's all
I
right.
apologize.
It's all right, Santa. Don't even worry.
Yeah, Santa just wants to give out the gifts this year, and
Just take them back.
hopefully this one here is a fight that we can speak into existence.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, what was the other card? February 6th?
Yes.
Oh, no, this would have to be a pay-per-view, though, because Volkanovski is the champ. So,
Well, the fight that we're going to talk about next, they could potentially slide that one to a co-main, which here we're talking about is Sandhagen versus Frankie Edgar.
oh, yeah, that would be
That
a
one
good
here is
co-main.
being finalized for February 6th. They both verbally have agreed. Sources tell Ariel Helwani. So that would be a great co-main event. I don't think they should be a main event. I personally think this is a cool little fight night thing to have. But if it's not a co-main event, make it a fight night.
Yeah. You would have to put a co-main event under that. That's almost like the same way. Chito Vera coming up, Jose Aldo coming down.
Right.
Veteran versus up and coming talent. So co-main event, that's actually great. Frank Edgar's still a big name.
Yeah.
Veteran in the sport. Why not?
Early pick. Who do you got?
God, dude. Now that Jose Aldo. Well, you know what? No, I'll go for Corey Sandhagen because Frank Edgar, he's been in this sport for a long time as well.
Yeah, my boy's a little long in the tooth, as you were liking to say the other
Yeah.
day, and I'm not necessarily the biggest Frankie Edgar fan, so I'm definitely picking Sandhagen.
Yeah. He's a
Sorry,
nice dude.
brother. Sorry, Sandhagen, you're probably about to lose.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
To Frankie Edgar, too, of all people, that's my fault, bro.
We'll see, man.
I'll take that one.
We'll see. After that, we have a reschedule because this fight was supposed to happen in
Yes,
December.
It was.
Now we have Nunes versus Anderson for
Yes.
UFC 259 on March 6th for women's featherweight title bout.
Finally gonna get to see Amanda Nunes back in action against somebody who has the potential. No, it lasted so long.
Yeah, we were doing so good. The episode was almost done.
It lasted so long.
Anyways, that was my fault. Of course,
It's okay.
that would happen
It's
to
okay.
me.
As long as it's not me. No, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, this is definitely a good fight that they needed to reschedule, and I'm glad that they did, and it's actually official. So UFC 259, March 6th, Saturday, tune in.
Yeah, tune in, guys, man. This one's going to be exciting. I'm excited to see the co-main events. Now, we have fights this weekend. First off, on Christmas Eve, we have the UFC, UFC the replay of 256?
Yes, 256.
Which is Brandon Moreno versus
Figueiredo.
Figueiredo.
Man,
And
that was potentially fight of the year, guys.
fight of the year. So
Literally potentially fight
if you guys missed it, it's going to be free on ESPN2 and
on
that one
Christmas Eve.
on Christmas Eve. So enjoy that one. I believe that one starts around 5 o'clock.
And if you guys have Fight Pass, you should probably go back and rewatch the Zhang Wei Li versus I'm drawing a blank.
Joanna
Jędrzejczyk, because that was fight of the year as well. So male fight of the year, Figueiredo Moreno. Female fight of the year, Zhang Wei Li, Jędrzejczyk, and you guys could have a great Christmas Eve full of
Christmas. And on Saturday, December 26th, we have Morel versus Gavronsky for the super middleweight main event, and this is going to be on Fox Sports 1, guys.
This one here's the applause. Oh. That's what you get for that one, bro. That was great.
Oh, dude, I just tried. I was like, okay, we're just going to swing it here now, guys.
That was great. Hey, when you go into it with confidence, it's just what happens.
There we
Comes
go,
out great.
guys.
Saturday, December 26th. Tune in.
5 p.m., guys. All right. With that being said, we have a giveaway. Just a reminder.
Yes, we do. Guys, please tune in to the Ringside Beer Show on YouTube. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Turn on them notifications because we drop episodes every Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Drop a Notorious in the comment section. You'll automatically be entered for either one of these, okay?
Yes, sir.
First winner gets the Conor. Second winner gets the Dustin.
There we go. Anything else, my boy?
I just want to say thank you once again to the fight fans. We appreciate you guys. We want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We will see you this next week because we are coming back.
Yeah.
And
we love you. We
love
appreciate you. And on to the next one, guys. Remember, be ringside. Pieces. Merry Christmas, guys. Love you. Bye.